Welcome to the 365 Performance Show with your host, Scott Dillon.
What's up, everybody? Today's topic is this. Stop trying to fix $1 million problem with sense. Alright, time for a bit of a rant today, and it's not at anyone in particular because I'm going to be ranting at myself for some of the mistakes I've made in my own life over the years. Here's the thing. All of us face very serious problems throughout our lives. They can be whatever area you choose. We're always going to get punched in the face, I think, with every single area during our lifetime. But it could be a case, maybe you have a health issue, okay? And it could be with your heart, it could be with God knows what, or it could just be maybe quite a serious injury, or maybe it's just like this niggle that doesn't go away. It could be in that area of your body. It could be with your relationship. You could be going through some dramas with your children, or maybe, your marriage or relationships on the rocks and you don't seem to be making much progress. Or it could also be, if you have a business or a career that you can be kind of in charge of, it might be in that element when you're just not progressing the way that you truly wanted, okay? When this happens and we're not feeling good, it causes us to contract. And when we contract, we like to go into our little hole, we play the victim, and from that place of scarcity and contraction, the last thing we want to normally do is invest in ourselves. But the problem is, when we aren't investing in ourselves, when we're not feeling good, it not only delays us getting out of that space of contraction and scarcity, but it can sometimes make the hole even deeper. So why am I bringing this up? So over the past 2 months, I probably consulted with, I would say, probably around between 110 to 120 people, right? And at the end of the day, people that want to reach out and sit down with me, there's a reason for that. You don't choose to do that unless you're coming from a place of pain. Because if everything is completely okay and perfect, there would be absolutely no need for it. So no matter what the pain is, and it's not about good pain, someone's pain is worse than the other, it's just how we interpret it. But at the end of the day, pain's there. And the only way pain can be gotten rid of and a new possibility created is from a change of circumstance. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, have I, on my own, or with the things that I have done prior, gotten myself out of this pain? Yes or no? If the answer is no, it might be a good idea to consider doing something different. If the answer is yes, the next question is, well, why haven't you done that again? And then the answer to that will most often lead to a confusion face in front of me. But it will always come down to the fact that they didn't know how to do it sustainably or make it go away long term. So, I have a guy stand in front of me. He just got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. He's got sleep apnea. His wife has left him, and he's put on 25 kilos in the past 18 months. This poor man is in lots of pain. I can see it in his eyes. I can feel it, and it's why most of the time when I consult with people like this, I almost feel like crying. Anyway, because he's not that educated when it comes to health and fitness and training, and it's not his fault, when I tell him about the services we offer, the straight away response is, that's expensive. That's very expensive compared to what I've heard of in the past. So he's comparing what we do and the changes that we create with people relative to something like a 24-hour gym, yeah? 24-hour gym, it could be $5 a week or whatever. But it doesn't matter if the 24-hour gym or whatever you're doing, if they're paying you $100 an hour to go and train there. If at the end of 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years, you're still in the same place, or God forbid, you're in worse shape than you are, you're still in pain. And this is one of the things that we, and also myself, need to remember. There is the pain of the situation you are in, and there is also the investment required to get out of that pain. Because if I was to ask this guy in front of me, which I did do, how much would you pay to no longer be a type 2 diabetic? How much would you pay to lose 25 kilos? How much would you pay to not have sleep apnea anymore? How much would you pay to have the body you want, feel confident and on fire, and be with a woman that truly loves you for who you are? He didn't even have a number that he could put on it, yeah? And it was no different to some other people, and I was in this space a few years ago, that when I was like working too much and my relationship definitely needed a bunch of work, right? I knew we both wanted something better with what we had, but when it came to seeing a professional that could help us with it, once I was getting quotes for how much it was costing to talk to people about it, I was straight away thinking, this is expensive. This is expensive. How can some bloody woman be charging me hundreds of dollars to just sit down on her couch and talk to her? This is bloody crazy. But do you know what the goddamn crazy thing is? If I don't improve my relationship, if I don't get what I want, the cost of that, like, falling apart, it's like I can't even put a price on it. And oftentimes we forget that. We forget about the true cost of what it is, of the situation we're in. Like this guy with his diabetes, like, he could pretty much die. Yeah, he's on the fast track to that happening, and thankfully he signed up with us 2 weeks ago. He's with us. He's already down like 3.5 kilos. He's crushing it, and the most fulfilling piece was yesterday. The guy was doing like some core holds. We do an assessment on everyone just to make sure they're in a good space before they start with us. But there he was doing like this exercise, and the guy had a smile on his face. And if you asked that guy 2 weeks ago, do you think in 2 weeks' time you'll be smiling while you're exercising? That guy wouldn't have given it a 2% chance, yeah? But by me helping him see what he needed to do and the cost and the pain that he's currently in and how he needs to invest in that to create change, it created a new possibility for him, and he's already making steps to that, yeah? And I'm kind of really grateful that those years ago that I saw the lady that helped me with my relationship. So with what I'm living now with my wife, it's like, it's amazing. We still go through, have our challenges, but like, we're kind of killing it so much compared to when we did in the past, yeah? And that, the money I paid, it's like chicken feed compared to like I would pay thousands of dollars to get where we're at right now. So it's just something I really want you to think about right now. Maybe when it comes to training and whatever, or maybe, you know, it's something else. It could be with your business, or it could be possibly with your relationships. Like, if you're not where you truly want to be right now, where is it that you're being a little bit of a tight ass, you're focusing simply on the expense, and you're not really recognizing the true cost of the pain that you're in now? And instead of treating it as an expense, maybe you can begin to look at it as an investment. Get yourself some help and some focus with people that know what they're doing, just to support you and really get you to get what you're truly after. I hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.